Can you tell I just woke up? After I recorded that video of me talking about like, I'm not doing well, blah, 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 I was like, okay, I gotta get my shit together. Oh my god. I gotta get my shit together. So I've been like looking up all this stuff and I'm like, okay, so clearly, because whatever I do, when I get in these moments where I'm like, I'm not showing the results I want, like I have this ideal version of myself that I want to be, that I want to strive towards, that I want to work towards, and I'm not being that person. Okay, what do? I pull out my planner and I literally remake my whole life and I do my goals and I go crazy. I am crazy because if I don't put something on my to-do list, I won't do it. So everything is laid out for me all the time, always. I was like, okay, I'm not doing my coursework. I'm going back to university in the fall. How the actual fuck am I supposed to survive post-secondary in the state that I am right now? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I was like on TikTok and I'm looking up information, and I'm not doing all that like self-help, the self-motivation, like you just need to love yourself bullshit, because I'm like, I can't. I feel like I do love myself. I feel like I have let go of a lot of shit that used to really hold me back when I was younger, such as like my appearance and you gotta act a certain way, and you gotta be a certain way, you gotta present yourself a certain way. I would say the one thing I haven't really grasped or let go of is productivity, and it's probably my problem. So I was looking it up and I'm like, okay, I do not have internal motivation. It's why I rely on this so much, because if I didn't write down brush your teeth to check off my list, I wouldn't brush my teeth. I haven't brushed my teeth today because I've been looking up this shit. So I am not motivated by simple willpower and discipline, and I think it's because for me it's rooted in so much shame, and shame is not a motivator. Shame is a tactic used to get people to do a behavior you don't want to do. When a kid breaks something or they're mean, you shame them because you say shame on you, like you're not supposed to do that. So me shaming myself into being like, you need to work harder, you need to be better. If anything, I'm like conditioning myself not to do that thing more. So I'm not motivated by willpower. I'm motivated by passion, curiosity, interest, and challenge. So I'm thinking like back in high school, I was motivated by the fear, like, so this was the urgency of the motivation was the fear of failure, the fear of punishment that would come if I got a low test score, if I wasn't doing well, that sort of stuff. And then, so it's coming from me now. I don't have these built-in routines and structures and types of things that keep a person like me grounded, even though I did at one point in my adult life have those structures intrinsic in my brain that I would just enforce upon myself. So at some point in the last 2 years, there has been a shift where I have been like, you know what? Nothing matters, and I don't actually have to do anything. That's the shit that makes me depressed. I looked up some other stuff with, this is my my comment place journal where I write stuff. I looked up things that I can do in like university, but then I came across this TikTok. by this guy, and it really resonated with me. And this is what this guy said. It is easier to live in the fantasy of who you could be than to face the discomfort of who you are right now. Because trying to become the version of yourself that you think you're capable of would require you to actually allow yourself to be a beginner. And that would require you to let go of perfectionism And that would require you to risk judgment, disappointment, and rejection. And most importantly, possibly discovering that you're not as good as you thought. And this is what hit me about this. I think that is the thing that's holding me back. Is I think that I am all of these things, so then when I'm not, I get really disappointed that I'm meeting my potential. I don't think I was ever any of those things in the first place. Kind of like what I talked about in the other day, where I was like, I think the reason why I was so successful was because I was just so scared of failure, and COVID allowed me to have the accommodations that I needed to be successful. Otherwise, I probably would have been a pretty average student. So I don't think I am as good as I am. I think I am pretty average. And that, I'm not saying that to be like, I think it's just a part of the process of getting to where I want to be. Is that like, it's like the first step to admitting the first step to solving the problem is admitting that you have the problem. So discovering that you're not as good as you thought, at least not yet, because growth is messy and uncomfortable, and it often humbles us. That's why so many of us stay stuck in the idea of our potential. It feels safer that way. It's easier to believe that you're capable of so much more than to actually try and find out if you are. The gap between who you are and who you could be does not get closed by more thinking, more planning, and more knowledge. It gets closed by doing, by living inside the messy middle. And in a weird way, you almost first have to let your potential die so that you can gain the freedom of embracing who you are right now. Here's this guy's name. I don't want to butcher this guy. So yeah, that really resonated with me, because I think in my opinion, I really have to balance the intrinsic, deep need that my systems and all of my sort of intellectualizing all of my emotions and all of that sort of stuff brings me comfort, versus like, hey, you know what? Maybe you just need to be a certain way right now, and that's okay. So, I don't know, I think I gotta think about this a little more, but I'm gonna sit with this for a little bit while I try and figure out some stuff. Because the thing is I want to be better about discipline and motivation and being a better friend and being a better person in general. And I don't think I'm necessarily I'm not a terrible human being, and I'm not a terrible student. I'm in like this weird limbo mode where I'm not really good at anything. I'm not really super strong at anything. So I just kind of gotta figure out, like, the letting go of the perfectionism is definitely a big one, because I think I have such all or nothing thinking, and my therapist clocked that on day one. All in black and white, all or nothing thinking, where I'm like, it's either I am the best at everything and I'm great, or I am terrible at this thing and I'm a failure. And she was like, girl, you an artist, there is a spectrum. I'm like, yeah, I guess. So I guess I just gotta be more willing to live in that spectrum, and I guess be seen in that spectrum too, because I think one thing I need to stop doing is lying to not only myself, but also the people around me that, like, oh yeah, I'm doing great, I feel this. And I think that the hardest part about this is going to be also accepting that I am a person that cannot be motivated, the shame thing, and then also that I'm a person that probably needs a lot more rest than I think I am giving myself, and a lot more grace than I think I'm giving myself. And that's hard, because I've lived my whole freaking life essentially bullying myself into being better. I was so afraid of being average or lesser. I needed to be the best in the room. I needed to be like, and not like in a tension way, but in like in a like everything I couldn't make up for socially because I was a weird kid, obviously, I made up for academically. If I couldn't be liked for my personality and for my interests and all that sort of shit, I made up for academically by being really smart. I don't have an answer. I'm intellectualizing it again. I don't have an answer. I don't know where I'm gonna go from this. I'm just saying this because I gotta have it in my freaking brain. I gotta have it in my brain. The little card, there's the 6 that you can choose from, and then the chaser is a Steve, but he's like covered in like a pink glow.
Edit this part out.
So we're gonna use these to make keychains, matching keychains, and this is the cherry blossom spawn egg series.
Mini mode.
Have you seen these before in Walmart?
I haven't, no.
Okay, so but everyone say which ones you want.
Oh yeah, you gotta guess which one you want. Pick which one you want.
I'll go first. But should we say that we already know? We already know. When we scanned it, it said, so we know. How about everyone? Danica, I want you to say which ones you want so that I can tell you which ones you're not gonna get.
Okay. Ow. Okay, I want the sheep, the zombie, or the bee.
Well, you're getting... I don't even know if you're getting any of those. Because wasn't it... It's the creeper, Steve, and I think it's the frog.
Yeah.
Okay, I really want Steve. So if you get Steve, let's do
I think the creeper is really cute because he's like covered in the petals.
So Danica, that means that you're probably going to get frog on the log.
I would also have the frog if nobody else wanted it. They're really cute.
This is my spawn egg. Spawn.
It's fun.
Okay, can I open it?
Yeah. Hey.
I haven't opened mine yet.
Oh, I got the creeper. Wow.
Ah, man.
They're so cute. Oh my gosh, they're bigger than I thought.
Why is it covered in I don't understand what.
It's cherry blossom, so it's like cherry leaves.
Oh, I thought.
What
it
did
was
you
like-
think
I
it
thought it
was?
was like
Coom. Okay, so we got one creeper. And we gotta get all the stuff from Michael's to make the keychains.
Do we have a sword? Okay. Wait, give me a thing.
Oh, it's really cute.
Actually,
I'll
I'll
have
look
this
at you.
one.
No, I said I'd look at Delena's and then decide.
Oh my god, everybody needs to calm down.
Actually,
the
you know what?
frog.
The frog's kind of cute.
frog on a log.
It's on the cherry wood. That's so cute.
And
What's-
look, it's like leaning.
Flynn, I think yours is the only one I can't get.
And
Damn.
it's Steve. Said you're going through a phase, keeping your heart safe. Look, we can also do something, another craft with these.
I know. We gotta brainstorm what we can do with those.
Throw them at each other.
Creeper toes.
Okay, I wonder which one it is. I wonder.
Steve.
Oh!
Dobry wanted Steve.
Well, now I don't really think I want him. I quite like my frog on a log.
He's got little cherry
Would you like to
blossoms
sit
in
with
his
me,
hair.
Julia?
You want Steve?
I don't know. I like the creeper. I just don't know why it's covered in.
Because
goo.
he's in the cherry blossoms. Like they've all
I don't know.
fallen.
It just doesn't look like that.
Yeah, it looks like he got stuck in bubble gum.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
I quite like my frog. Do this. Nobody wants to see our faces in the back. Danica.
Don't mind it.
I know you're looking in the cave and you're feeling kind of brave.
Cute.
I like how we took it down all at the same time. Triplets.
Are you happy with the creeper or no?
No, it's fine.
I don't want you to be unhappy.
I wasn't
no.
happy.
I lost something once.
Yeah.
No, it's cute. I really like this spawn egg.
We all open one blind box.
They're
and we get
actually
something.
super cute. Might have to complete the series.